Alright lads, I dibs on getting the lightning bolt. Okay then, I'll get the firebolt. Can I have the lightning bolt? No, piss off. Please, it's the only one I know how to do. Tough shit, that sounds like a you problem, mate. Well, which one am I supposed to do? Please, just let me get the lightning. Piss off, you're the bitch on this team that's gonna go down 64.8 million times, so what the fuck is even the point of even letting you have a chance to have it? At least if I have it, then I can save your dumbass on the higher rounds when you spend half the game bleeding out. Now shut the fuck up, you're getting the void bolt. Wait, why can't I have the wolf bolt? Because I'm getting it, and it's the only one I know how to make, except it's still better than the void bolt.
Later.
Right lads, I'll finish the lightning bow, done my wolf bow, got my fire bow. I still don't know the first step of how to make the void bow. Well, that's your fucking fault for being shit and only learning how to make the lightning bow. Eisendrache is a map that is fucking incredible. When I first saw the trailer for it, I for some reason was hardly interested in the theme of it, and I don't know why, because the layout and the design of the map is just perfect. I've props praised Eisendrache many times, but I haven't made a full proper video for it, so fuck it, we're doing it. Cold War right now is dead, and I literally cannot play D-Machine anymore and enjoy it, but before anyone says anything, right, D-Machine is not a bad map. I'll say it again, it is top 10 worthy, but I could play any map over and over again, doesn't matter what map, even fucking Kino, and it will become boring as shit. But Eisendrache is an actual legendary map, which is weird to say. It still feels so fresh, even though it is literally 5 years old now, and holy shit, it is 5 years old. Mate, we're all getting fucking old now as well. You spawn in with the tram fuse already there, so there's something to help you with the setup process, and if you use the tram fuse to get a double point, then you sort it on round 1. Or if you're smart enough, you can get the second gondola for a really powerful reward later on in the game. Obviously, it being a map with elemental wonder weapons gives it a million times more replayability than most others. One game you can get the most overpowered bow or make it easier for you. The next you could be a lazy dickhead and just get the wolf bow, or be an absolute special retard and use the void bow. By choice. The Panzer was a perfect boss for this map, even though they made this cunt a million times more annoying than he ever was on Origins. I'd honestly say Eisendrache is better than Origins, and if you disagree, well honestly I'm fine with that, because Origins is still a banger of a map. I love how there's a perfect balance between simple and complex on this map. You can either be 100% efficient and set up the bows before round 10 and sort yourself out to be overpowered for the entire game, or you could play normally just because this map ain't really that difficult either. You don't need the bows or the Ragnaroks to take on the Panzers, because the death ray will still float him in the air, and obviously BO3 guns destroy him. Or you could be lazy as fuck and just get the normal Wrath of the Ancients, because non-upgraded, you will still get decently far. The Easter egg on this map is banging, with steps that aren't as fucking dumb as Revelation. And even though Shadows of Evil, you have to kill the Shadow Man, I still say that this map was pretty much the one that started having boss fights as the final step of the Easter egg as the standard thing. And by the way, Amargua is more of an intense boss fight than killing the fucking Shadow Man, alright? I tell you now, that guy is a fucking pussy. And at the time this map had first come out, the Easter egg ending was fucking insane. To learn Richtofen's plan to track down all of the Ultimus crew and then kill them one by one, and of course, you can't fucking forget about blowing up the moon. There were also a load of side Easter eggs like the plunger, the Panzer helmet, and whatever the fuck this thing is. I think out of all the DLC 1 zombie maps to ever exist, Eisendrache was easily the best, which now that I think about it, that's basically just comparing it to pieces of shit like Die Rise, Dead of the Night, and I want to say Verrückt, but honestly, I do like that map, mainly because you can just hear the screams of what sounds like grown men getting fucked in the ass by Satan. We all know that the bows are the one thing that make this map what it is though. It's the same with Origins and the stats. You could be lazy as shit and just use the standard non-upgraded version of the Wrath of the Ancients, because that thing still does a fair amount of damage. It'll take you far, but it won't take you far enough. And that at the same time, if you were to die on a high round and respawn with nothing, you know there will always be a bow for you to have. The void bow, aka the piece of shit that you only make if you're that one bitch in the group, or if you just actually fucked enough the head to get it by choice. It's the worst fucking bow, so obviously give it to the worst fucking player. They don't deserve to have the best bow, because they will go down no matter what. You might as well give it to that retard that's just gonna go down 100,000 fucking times anyway. The wolf bow is basically the easiest to get, and it's so fucking overpowered until about round 23 and basically becomes useless, but at the same time it still does more than the void bow does. Fire bow is what people are afraid to make. I'd say this second best because it can rape bitches, but people just never seem to be able to hit the rings when flying in the launch pads. I always go for the fire bow when playing with other people because I can hit those rings easily, and plus it's fucking overpowered anyway, and we all know the lightning bow only fucks. Also, the map revolves around Dempsey, who may as well be the best character out of the premise crew, not counting Richtofen. I also love the map size as well. It's small, but has loads of really good areas for training, like the anti-gravity room, which by the way is probably one of the most fun training areas in the whole of Zombies. The one area I don't like is the rocket test, though. It's too out of the way of the map, so it always pisses me off how the Pack-a-Punch always seems to be there. I don't know if that's just me, but doesn't anyone think that the Pack-a-Punch just always seems to be at the rocket test area? And plus, you never know when a rocket test will happen. I swear it only happens when you just don't want want it to, when it's going to fuck you over. And then when you need it to happen more than ever, that's when it just never happens. So you just be waiting to get the Ragnarok part, and the thing won't happen. So you just be sit there with your thumb stuck in your ass, waiting, when the fuck is this gonna happen? Honestly, it's hard to say a lot about the Eisendrache. It's just such an amazing map, and that's really all that can be said about it. DLC 1 for Cold War Zombies is coming out soon, and it looks pretty fucking promising. So you know I'm gonna be sweating the absolute shit out of that until I get burnt out of zombies again for like another 2 months. Like, I literally can't be asked to play D-Machine anymore. I played that way too much, and even though it's an amazing map, and I won't stop saying it is an amazing map, I don't have the mindset to do the same shit over and over for 2 hours almost every day. Like, how the fuck people got the Dark Ether camo on just one zombies map? How have you done that? I don't get it. I've been waiting for this new map for seems like what fucking forever at this point, so I swear if it is shit, then I'm gonna be fucking pissed.